Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016 with AC Milan. It is now time for the Serie A game against Palermo, and this is the team we're going to be playing. So I've had to rotate the team. Of course, a few players will stay in, mainly the centre-backs and the holding midfielder in Mangala, Stones and De Jong, mainly because I don't really have any spare centre-backs. If one of them gets injured, I am truly fucked. Mainly because, as I say, I saw Gabriel Paulista, Christian Zapata is injured. He's back now, but he's still not match fit, so I can't really play him. It's difficult to say because the problem is that if I put him in the reserves, and this is something that I've had to adapt to from previous leagues I've played in, if he plays in the reserves, then he won't be available for the next for the game, for the upcoming game. So not that he would be anyway, because he'd be knackered. So I've got to adapt from that, but he would be ruled out completely, not an option. So I'm going to have to adapt to that. So I'm not going to play him. However, I might bring him on later. Might just get him some match sharpness up, so at least we have an option there. Antonelli and Calabria will be playing out on the fullback roles. Emmanuelson, Ricky Alvarez and Suso in the midfield, and then Ramos and Torres will also retain their roles. I've decided to play Torres as opposed to Minez. So Palermo, just a point about them. If we go to Serie A, they are 15th, very much in the relegation battle with Sampdoria, Empoli, Torino, Cesena and Verona and Fiorentina. They have actually beaten Juventus not too long ago, bizarrely, I can't quite believe it, 2-1 in their previous game. Mitchell Dix, I'm not quite sure how you say it, I probably fucked up again. 91st minute, look at that. Unbelievable. I think Chiellini sent off, so Paul Pogba ended up playing at centre back there, quite funny. So these are definitely not one to lie down. We're going to have to make sure we don't lie down here, or certainly take our foot off the gas, so to speak. I got the wrong analogy there, didn't I? Nigel de Jong, I've decided to I'm going to make a last minute decision before we go in. I'm going to play Mauri. However, I'm going to play him in a ball-winning midfielder role, which he is not the best at. However, it means I don't want De Jong getting suspended. He's a yellow card away from another suspension, which is not good. So that Dix is the left back. That's kind of funny. They're playing a very defensive formation here, but Juventus have also drawn their last game. I just want to point out they are slightly, look at this, stalling. Look at the defeats here. Look at this. Udinese 1-0. They're getting the better of them again. Udinese, God, they're a pain in the arse. They beat Genoa 4-0, but look at this. Lost to City, lost to Roma, lost to City again, drew with Inter, won against Torino, but lost to Palermo, and recently drew with Verona. So, plenty of opportunity here for us to take over. If we win here, we could go 2 points ahead of them, but look at the top three here. Juventus on 75, Milan on 74 with a game in hand, and then Udinese 72. They themselves are just 3 points off now. This title race is becoming absolutely mad. So let's go in straight into it then. Here we go. I've probably waited way too long here to start this game. I thought I'd be able to get into the game here within about 30 seconds of starting the video, but that just wasn't the case. I guess I had to explain how Palermo are still kind of dangerous. Because usually if you start talking about, this is 15th place team, they're dangerous, we have to be careful, without any context, it's going to look a bit daft. If you're wondering how I'm getting the fitness levels relatively good, so to speak, it's down to the training. I make sure that the team focus is on fitness. I'll show you the training. In fact, I'll show you it now because I'll forget otherwise. This is the training here, so the focus is fitness. The intensity I sort of waft between average and high. Sometimes if I put it to average, the overall workload will be very light. And players say they want more, so I have to put it up to high most of the time. But yeah, if you focus on fitness, obviously this is Football Manager Touch, so formerly known as Football Manager Classic. So it's a bit more restricted, it's a little bit more stripped down than the regular training, which is fine by me because, frankly, if you put me in front of the training screen most of the time, I don't have a freaking clue what I'm doing. I haven't played the full Football Manager, certainly on a proper save for years now, since FM16, I want to say, because I just say it's just FMT suits me down to the ground. I don't have all the time in the world to play this game anymore. Certainly not as much as I used to when I started doing YouTube. God, nearly getting on 5 years ago now on Football Manager. I had all the time in the world. I was a student. I was at university, and I think I'd just started my second year. I had plenty of time and great opportunities to do so. Nowadays, obviously, that's no longer the case. I'm working pretty much full time. Not pretty much full time. I am working full time. So that, unfortunately, depending on unless things change, whether God forbid this ever becomes a job, which I don't think it will ever will. That's incredibly optimistic on my part if I ever think like that. But if it did, then that would be cool. But it's very unlikely, you know. But yeah, man can dream, I guess. I think it'd drive me mad if this was my job as well. The amount of FM you have to play. I feel sorry for Jack, Work the Space, who ended up working for Sports Interactive. I mean, I can just imagine FM overload would be a genuine thing. Anyway, back to FM here. So, it's Adrian Ramos again on the end of the cross. He's approaching 20 goals this season. That's number 18. And he's given us the lead, a vital lead against Palermo. And I do not believe this. We are top of the league with some breathing space now ahead of Juve. Let's have a look at the other results down here. We've got Inter Milan now losing to Napoli. Fiorentina beating Sassuolo. None of them are really interested in us. I think Udinese have just won their game, which was played either yesterday or earlier today, and Juve also did. So I'm not going to make any changes, as we seem to do fine in that half. However, I will keep an eye out on it, despite my wafflings. So that's pretty much why I use FM2, because as I don't have the time to play the full game. I also prefer the stripped down version. It means I can just concentrate on getting the videos out, so to speak. I'm not fanning around with training and stuff and team talk. Team talks and press conferences as well just annoy me. Like, it's great when you first start the game up and you have all these new team talks, and Morganella's equalised for Palermo from a bloody corner, and he's been injured as well. What's going on? Okay, we're going to go attacking. Even though we are still slightly deep, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see how actually that goes, see what happens here. But our defence is absolutely pushed way up, far too high up. I have to pull that back, actually. Let's pull it back to control then. Probably was a bit too hasty there. Panicked, I think. Sorry, yeah, as I say, I'd spend hours just fanning around with all the extra stuff, and I don't really know what I'm doing with half of it anyway, so that's why I prefer FMT, just to let you know. We're going to bring on Jeremy Menez for Fernando Torres, who has been totally ineffective, and we're also going to bring on Kosuke Honda for Ricky Alvarez. Honda has been a genuine super sub at times. We'll make another sub then in maybe 5 or 6, 7, 8 minutes. See if they have any effect on us. I'm actually going to make some tactical changes as well. Let's go higher. Let's turn this off. I always change the mixed crosses. I always have it on just because it suits Ramos and everyone, and Blazkowski and Amaliosin, etc. They like to do low crosses. They're quite successful with them, but I might as well just change it to mixed crosses then. It's nothing, it's not a personal preference of mine. I just change it to mixed crosses when I get it, because it's something I probably should change permanently, but it seems to be working, so I'll just change it when I want. Right, we haven't got many options here. Emmanuelson's been great, and so's Suso, apparently. Ramos does have a goal, but he's done very little else. Okay, I'm going to bring off Jose Mari for Franco Massa, our regen, our 17-year-old. And I'm going to play him in this advanced role. This might be just a wee bit too attacking at the minute. He's a shadow striker, apparently, so it's really pushed him up. Let's put slightly higher, let's not go crazy. 1-1. We'll put us level with Juve. It still means we're top instantly. If a draw does mean we're still top, but we really should be winning here. Hopefully not another 1-1. Okay, let's go for it. Attacking. Probably not going to make it down. Oh, hang on. No, we've got a highlight here. Let's see what happens. Here's Erby Emmanuelson. Antonelli getting forward. Opportunity here. Oh, it's gone again, and there's no one in the box. It really wasn't particularly directed at anyone, and I think unless Palermo gets something here, headed away, Undrift will do what they did to Ozzy that they did against Juventus. Absolutely no chance. That was a terrible shot. And hopefully, as provided we don't just give the ball to them, this might be it. Now, maybe one final opportunity. 30 seconds to go. I think we can fashion one here. Emmanuelson, he's got past his man. Put it in the box. Suso coming in, but it's good defending by Jix. I'm quite sure. How did you say that with that? Obviously, it's a silent J, but there you go. 1-1. Well, a set piece. Again, the downfall. Pain in the arse, but it means that, I suppose it's good for you guys because it means the title race is still just wide open. Really, really wide open. And what's it doing here? That's a bit weird. Very peculiar. I don't know what happened there. Palermo 1-1 then. 24 match unbeaten run. We still haven't lost that unbeaten run. I'm comfortable enough with the result, I suppose. I mean, it was, bear in mind, a rotated team as well, but I'm getting a little bit concerned now with that. 4 out of the last 5 have been 1-1s. 1-1 against Sporting would mean extra time and potentially penalties, which I really don't want. Horrible. Hate penalties immensely on Football Manager, especially the other one. Was it FM14 where penalties just could last for forever? Hopefully you guys remember that because that was hilarious. So we've had part 1 of the Europa League. We're now going to focus on part 2. That's going to be in the San Siro against Sporting Lisbon. Hopefully you'll join me for that. Should be good. We'll probably end up playing PSG in the final, so it's a match to decide who goes off and faces them. Thank you very much for watching. We'll return to the title race soon. 2 games to go. They're against Verona and Cagliari. They're both away. That was... oh no, they're not. Sorry, I tell a lie. They're Serie A. Sorry. I'm always looking over there. We've got Verona at home in the final home game, and then Cagliari. But first, it's going to be Sporting Lisbon. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.